out there. Now, if anyone can comment on the Melbourne Grand Prix, well, I suppose we can. After all, we staged the race successfully for 10 years, only to have it snatched away when we weren't looking. But even the sour taste of envy hasn't stopped thousands of South Australians flocking over the border to check out Melbourne's form. So what does a die-hard Adelaide Grand Prix fan think? Ian Hislop reports.
I wish to announce that Melbourne has won the Australian Formula One Grand Prix. This is without a doubt the jewel in the crown.
Remember that day? Those words? To South Australians, it was tantamount to a declaration of war.
We'll never forgive Victoria.
That leaders will not surrender until surrender is academic.
He pinched it, no doubt about it, right from under the crow-eaters' noses, and weren't they cheesed off?
We hate you because you're Victorian! We hate you because you're Victorian!
Die Victorian scum, wear it with pride.
Why does South Australia have to create something and some other bastards don't want to pinch it?
Mate, you won't have a great race. It will fade in comparison to what we had.
If John Bannon was still Premier of South Australia, we would never have lost it.
Old Dean tried to get it back, but no go.
Come back to Adelaide and ask South Australians as to what they think of Victorians at present.
I think this talk of vengeance is irresponsible and undesirable.
Do you hear the people sing? Singing the song of angry men.
Sure, there've been the protests, but now it's here, and it certainly is, we're told, a great place for the race.
Well, it's a great place for horse racing, but motor car racing, that's a different thing. Morning.
You're here for the Grand Prix?
Well, yes, I am.
Now take South Australian chicken farmer Mike Bressington. He never missed a race in Adelaide. He lives on the old track.
Adelaide treated not only as a serious motor race, but also it was Mardi Gras time. And that went right through the spectators and all of the racing teams that came from all over the world.
Like thousands of crow-eaters, he's here to see how great a place and just how great a race.
Listen to the sound of the city. Listen to the sound of my town.
You've got to concede it's a more dynamic city than Adelaide.
Well, it's not about it being dynamic. It's what it really is about hosting a motor car race. And that's where Adelaide shines, has done for 11 years. Meets Mardi Gras, and it's done it in the best way.
You've got to admit Adelaide just doesn't have the theatre that Melbourne's got.
It's a nice old building, however, it doesn't hold a candle to the Adelaide Festival Fringe.
And then there's the food. Now Melbourne's renowned for its tucker. Got to be better than Adelaide.
We have probably, per population, we probably match Melbourne with restaurants.
Better restaurants?
As good, if not better.
You're begrudging there.
No, I'm probably saying it as I see it.
Their appetite whetted by a decade of sniffing petrol fumes in Adelaide, they've come here from the city of the churches to witness Jeff Kennett's dream, the race he stole, the tradition he wrecked. The big question, what can Melbourne do with a Grand Prix that Adelaide couldn't or didn't?
It's a big city, and I don't think it's an exciting city, but it's a big city. And of course Adelaide, on the other side, has charm and churches and quaintness about it all.
It meant a lot more to us. We don't have the AFL Grand Final or the Melbourne Cup or all of those sorts of things, but we did have the Grand Prix and you buggers nicked it.
Now back to the chicken farmer. He reckons the city's no great shakes, the food's average. So what about this?
That's the whole point. You've got to say it's a better looking track, and just look at that view.
Yep, the view is absolutely spectacular. It really is. I've got to give you that.
Thanks a lot. A big concession. Just wait for the race.
Now,
Now, I know you're not impressed with Melbourne, but you've got to be positive about this.
Well, I'll be positive, but it's going to be a very hard act to follow as far as Adelaide's concerned. So, anyway, I've got an open mind.
Well, have a good race. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Adelaide will be a very hard act to follow, be warned.